in the future, the WaveBuster is actually just nothing. It didn't exist. What you imagined from last time was just in your head.
Life is but a dream.
Life is but a dream. Or
it's a very wet, squishy dream down here.
Samus is now wet, if you know what I mean.
But I'm going to find an enemy to use the WaveBuster on, and I will show you what this thing does.
Will it make all my dreams come true? Will it bring back my
mommy?
mommy?
Unfortunately, I remember that there is actually one more secret in the room that we just cannot get right now.
Okay.
We have to come back. Alright, so come get us, Beetle.
WaveBuster!
And that's the WaveBuster.
Oh, continuous beam. Sweet.
It is arc lightning. But notice what it did to our missile counter.
Oh, it makes it drain.
Alright, regional climate. Abnormally low temperature at ruin site.
So, I just imagine, like, her gun is just, like, breaking missiles into electricity with that. Just like...
Yeah, so it's the second missile combo, because the first missile combo we got was with the super missile. Where we use 5 missiles to fire a really powerful shot. And, you know, now we can use continuous missiles to have a homing arc lightning shot. And so every beam you get in this game will have one of those. They're all, besides the super missile, they are all optional.
Fair enough.
So it's very interesting, and Metroid Prime 2 actually expands on that quite a bit.
Yeah.
But then 3 kind of like completely nixes that for a different gameplay system.
Okay.
Let's see. So we want to go up there.
Up there, where people can see.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they burn all day in the sun.
Ariel is clearly crazy. But besides that, God, they're making a live-action Little Mermaid reboot too.
I am so not down with these like Disney live-action movies.
After Beauty and the Beast, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I've heard issues about that film. But conversely, I've also heard some people who think it's very good. So I don't know what to believe.
They are wrong and stupid.
Well, you know, knowing who told me that it was good, I agree. They must be wrong and stupid.
I think I might know who you're talking about, but I could be wrong. But no, in all seriousness, Beauty and the Beast does have a special place in my heart.
I got this. I got this puzzle.
So, that's the first movie I ever saw in theaters as a kid.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like that was actually my mom. I was a young enough kid who could actually stay in a theater and not cry.
Aw.
So
the fountain gives us a boosty up here, and we can go on the spider ball track.
So the first movie I remember is Disney's Sword in Stone, which I love, even if it's just nostalgia.
Yeah, I remember a lot of those films too, and I remember them fondly. I haven't seen them in a long time, so I can't really say like how they hold up these days. But
well, I like
I would say like Beauty and the Beast holds up pretty well because I have seen that like within memory.
Well, I was living in England when that movie came out.
Okay,
and the theater we were at had a very old school, like, you know, like play theater vibe to it. Like it had bass and shit.
Oh, that's interesting.
I remember, and seeing that movie on a big screen like that just made me love going to movie theaters. I still like it to an extent now.
Yeah.
But American movie theaters need to step up their fucking goddamn game.
I mean, some of the theaters around here have actually gotten like seats that are like they're like love seats, and so like you bring your significant other with you and you just snuggle.
That's true. One of my favorite things. Have you heard of Texas? I'm trying to think of the name of the place. There's this one out here that I'm trying to remember the name of.
Let me remember if I need to go here. I think I want to wait.
Anyway, this one, you can't talk during the movie or you'll be kicked out.
That's great.
They serve food, though. And alcohol.
You can eat, you just can't talk.
Yes.
You can be drunk as fuck, you just can't
I went there twice, and it was great. One of the best theaters I ever went to. I forget what it's called, because it's like, it's not called the Roadhouse, but it is something very similar to that.
Uh-huh.
I'm just trying to remember. It's a really good theater chain. It's a chain, actually. So
Okay, well, we'll
Alamo
figure that out.
Draft House.
We'll figure that out. So, Alamo Draft House?
Yeah, that's what it was
I think
called.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There are some reasons.
Oh, so we are uncovering more and more secrets as we return to these areas.
But yeah, if you want a good time, try and find an Alamo Draft House. It's one of the best theater experiences. Plus, they like to reference old movies a lot in their theaters. So if you're a film fan, you'll have a good time. And they also play like old friggin' commercials. Stuff you just don't see.
Oh yeah, that definitely takes you back.
Like they showed like a commercial for Smokey and the Bandit, and they also, and you know how like movie theaters like at AMC have like those stupid trivia things where they just mention trivia and you have to guess it.
Yep, I know those well.
Yeah, no, they actually show you film footage from those films and actually have the trivia display.
Oh, nice.
So it's actually like, oh man, I'm actually enjoying watching.
I'm actually enjoying the trivia instead of just being forced to partake in it against my will.
know.
So hey, remember a long time ago when we came here and we couldn't do anything about this track?
Mm-hmm.
Now we can.
Because you're a spider ball.
Yep. Metroid Prime. Whoop. Oh, okay. This part is actually way easier because we can flick the Wiimote. Because normally when you reach the end of that, you have to set a morph ball bomb, wait for it to go off, and then you jump. Fight the Beatles.
The big bad Beetleborgs.
Yeah.
By the way, I have another chapter of my fanfiction ready.
Excellent.
As Zordon looked into the dark eyes of Flabber, he could only realize with disgust.
Dark eyes of Flapper.
He can only look at disgust as he sees his brother, a shamble of his former self, and ask him,
What is this otherworldly pestilence?
"They're Beetleborgs." Wait, don't they have Ranger in their name? They're Beetleborgs!
Oh, this is great. Where did the meteor that brought it originate? Was it crafted by alien hands, or is it a roving chunk of a planet that suffered a violent end? Our minds quail in horror at the thought that long ago, in some corner of the universe as yet unseen by our eyes, an entire planet was perhaps once coated with this great poison. Whatever cataclysm may have ruptured that doomed place must have been a mighty indeed.
Lore.
Now, this is very important because that actually ties into Metroid Prime 3.
Fair. fair. But lore.
It is lore, but it also ties into Metroid Prime 3.
That's fair.
Well, okay, yeah, obviously when they made this game, they didn't know where they were going.
Of course.
But the fact that they kept it relatively consistent is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me a
Metroid
bit.
Prime 2 is honestly the outlier because that's the game where they chose to take it in a very different direction
Well-
before returning to their original direction.
Well, welcome to what I like to call the Miyamoto problem.
I mean, I would say, like, Metroid might have more continuity than any other Nintendo franchise.
Well, no, the Miyamoto problem is that often he wants new game elements in each installment, when it's like we can just perfect what's already there, you know?
Oh, I need to do something here.
Sometimes
No, I agree, and Metroid does it kind of like the way I think it's appropriate.
oh man, Chozo lore, you're getting drug bird lore.
To the entrusted one, if you read these words, then our hope has not been in vain. They left a letter for their beloved daughter, Samus.
Aw, man. She's talking to her beloved drug bear parrot. She's like, oh, yeah, I remember when they used to feed me cocaine, LSD, and also, you know, my personal favorite, weed, the 3 food groups.
The 3 food groups. I mean, what I think is important here is that Super Metroid was the previous Metroid game before this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tell us to collect all the artifacts. And so, in that game, it's all like in the manual that Samus is trained by the Chozo. But here, it's finally, you know, in the game itself, and they're leaving her notes. They know of her, and they view her as their last hope.
Well, yeah, Samus doesn't have the birdosexuality issue.
The birdosexual. Parasites nurtured in a poisoned womb. The worm grows. Anything they call the worm with a capital W is referring to the monster inside the impact crater.
Oh, of course, the worm lore.
Or the Metroid Prime, as we can tell.
It's the Prime Metroid. It has the Matrix of Leadership.
One shall stand,
One
shall fall.
Would that mean its enemy is like Prime, like Metroid, Metroid? Samusatron, yeah.
Because yes.
Whee!
Yeah, this is what I was trying to actually do like a moment ago, where I was trying to boost up high enough, but I realized the path wasn't exposed.
Yay!
I love these little puzzles that they have throughout the game. It's like a, it's kind of its own thing, but it's also like a little bit of like Zelda-esque in some ways.
Yeah.
And so it has it really appeals to my game sensibilities.
That's fair. Good. Have you ever played Beyond Good and Evil, the first one?
Is there more than one? Wait.
Well, yeah, there's going to be the sequel.
Okay, so there's only one right now.
Yes. But the sequel has been confirmed for coming out.
Can I not hit that?
You can't hit that, giggity.
Wait, but I just hit the other one and
why are you like just do it?
Is that too slow? No, like it wasn't active because my morph ball would lock into it if it was like properly active. Yeah, see, look at this. Okay.
You went to the wrong one.
Oh,
you went to the previous one.
I went too far ahead or something.
You ignored that star and the light moved away from you, but the spirit never dies?
That.
Well, I'm happy you have your missiles. I hope you're feeling proud of yourself.
Anyways.
Go forward. Go beyond.
But yeah, like the Chozo always appear in like the lore, but then like the fact that they actually appear in the game, kind of like communicating with Samus from beyond the void of death, makes this game more interesting to me.
So who's your favorite mysterious Lore-tendo character?
Mysterious Lore-tendo character?
Yeah, like the three goddesses from friggin' Zelda. Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, like maybe the goddess Hylia, which is actually a super recent lore thing, by the way.
Yeah, fair.
Because the goddess Hylia was established in Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. But I thought it was a fantastic addition to the lore, and really helped establish as to why there's always going to be a Zelda and a Link and a Ganondorf.
That's cool.
Do you know why?
Reincarnation bullshit.
Also, aberration. Chozo ghosts. So the Chozo died and became evil ghosts.
Oh man! Now the Chozo are truly drug birds. They're made of cocaine. Crystalline cocaine.
They're only weak to like certain weapons too.
That's cool. It's good to see the Chozo have a job after life, you know.
They have a job after life.
Yeah. You know, they're guarding.
Unlike me.
It's true. Oh man, he's a little teleporting bitch. Stop it, teleporting bitch. What are you doing?
Yeah, so the ghosts have a very specific composition that we will explore later in the game. Oh, okay, so check out this statue.
Okay.
Okay. Drug bird in the front, right?
Yeah.
But if we look at him from the side, you know, So basically, these statues existed in Super Metroid, just like this. And they were sitting there with their hands out, and you would jump into them, and morph ball, cool shit happens.
Samus, take this weed. Okay, that's neat.
Yeah, like, the Retro Studios may have been, like, a new studio at the time, but they clearly, like, loved Metroid. They clearly knew what they were doing. You know, there is such a love and an attention to detail that went into this game.
Man, Metroid, man, I remember when this was, like, new and it was huge. And, to tell you the truth, I didn't realize Metroid was as old as it was when I got into gaming. It was one of those things that since I came more into gaming during the N64 era, and then there was no Metroid game, that franchise passed me by. Hell, I remember when I was like, who's this little shit kid in Smash Brothers with the bat?
I mean, I was the same way. Oh yeah, so here's something interesting actually. If we go in this morph ball hole right here.
The morph hole?
The morph hole. This is one of the only missile stations in the game.
Oh, okay.
There are very few. In fact, I'm actually struggling to remember if there's another one. I feel like there's like one more, but there's like that might be it. Yeah, missiles fully replenished. We didn't really need it, but we got a scan out of it.
Hey, fair.
We can unlock that sweet, sweet art gallery.
Oh man, I can't wait to look at the art gallery and be like a nerd. I'm like,
Obviously, like, each of these kind of represent different beams. So, boop. So we shoot that. We activate the morph ball slot.
Samus, go down the tube.
Samus is going down the tubes. You can kind of like morph ball your way through this game, but yeah. Oh wow, I like popped into his hands.
Go, Samus, into the tube.
Well, it pops us up here because, as you might have noticed, those white doors have been blocking our way on this path. And as I already mentioned, those colors kind of represent the different beams. So there's 2 more beams that we need to get. Safety shield offline. Use caution near the window.
Fair.
Now we can double jump up here. It's great.
Window jump.
Yeah, I think we're gonna, let's keep this going until we get the next beam.
Yeah, fair. Let's get that beam. That magical beam.
So we get this nice pool of water here, which is going to be like drainage shut-off is holding, maintaining the water level at 70 or 95%. Okay. Oh, that's right. You know, they have this nice and regulated, but oh, we destroyed the valve. Now it's all getting flushed away.
You're killing the fish, who somehow are there and in a thriving environment.
As we've established, fuck the local life forms.
Samus is just like, now I will have this tuna and make my bounty hunter pizza delivery service a
Actually,
reality.
you know, you're right. How the hell did fish get in there?
Well, it's just how is that life form? How were they able to survive in that environment?
Like fish start spawning in a swimming pool. What's up with that?
Like it's not like it couldn't happen, but it's not like there's any, you know.
So this is the thing. This is the best thing. Well, it's a better thing than we've ever had before. Ice beam.
The ice beam.
You know what that makes us superior to?
Mr. Freeze?
That too. I was gonna say Metroids, but yeah. So, before we go, Space Cadets, you ready for Shotgun Ice?
Ice, baby.
Let's explore that next time on Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter.